This is Seth, and in this video, I'm going to show you how to repair your credit. How I repaired my credit, deleted 11 negative items. This actually happened about 10 years ago, and I'm a real person. That is a picture of me wearing a button-down shirt, which is a very rare occurrence. Now, I know the stress that bad credit can cause, which is why I want to help you. I want to help you lighten up. This is going to be a light presentation. I actually think it's fun to talk about this, because it's nothing to be ashamed or embarrassed of if you have problems with your credit. You have a lot more power than you realize, and by the end of this presentation, I want you to be inspired by the power that you maybe didn't know that you had to affect your credit report. So this is a no BS video featuring my real credit reports. I'm going to show you actual financial documents that are personal that I received from the credit bureaus during this repair process. But our story begins in 2004. This is a decade before I traveled, made $100,000, made a movie, or helped people get jobs in digital marketing. In 2004, MySpace was 1 year old. Anchorman was blowing up the box office, and my credit was complete crap. I had charge-offs, repossessed car. It was a mess. I had about $35,000 in debt. I was paying bills with credit cards and paying those credit cards with other credit cards. I even got ripped off by a debt consolidation company with the last $1,000 that I had gotten from my grandma. That was supposed to be my inheritance. I was ripped off of that money, and it was a terrible time for me financially. Worst credit ever. You can see all of these. This is just one page of it. I'll show you more. So my credit score was a shit emoticon if they actually issued that, which I think would be pretty accurate. It was really bad. So I moved back home with my parents. I was waiting tables. I sang happy birthday at Applebee's, which, I still think I am traumatized by that. And it was not awesome. I said that was awesome, but that was sarcasm. It was not fun. And though I started being responsible with my credit score, my credit score was still as bad as a Nicolas Cage movie. And thankfully, my mom let me drive her Honda because I couldn't get a car loan. I wanted to fix my credit, but they don't teach that in school. I didn't even know if it was a real thing. Credit repair, is that a scam? Is that a real thing? So I'm surfing the internet and I keep seeing ads for this thing called credit repair. And that occurs to me, the ads look to me like the online equivalent of a pedo van. It's like, "Oh, come here, little boy, have some candy. Oh, you want your credit repaired? Oh, we'll give you, just give us some money and we'll repair your credit." I thought, oh my God, I'm being so naive even looking at these ads. But then I saw one of these ads that was actually for a law firm, and it looked a little bit more legit than just some random company talking about credit repair. So I figured, all right, look, what the hell? I'm going to call and I'm going to see if I can learn anything. And if they try to hard sell me on anything, I'm just going to hang up. So to my surprise, I actually called them, and they didn't try to sell me on their services at all. They spent a half hour educating me about how credit repair actually works legally. And this is how credit repair actually works. It's a legal process. There is a piece of legislation. That means there is a law in the United States called the Fair Credit Reporting Act. And this is designed to promote the accuracy, fairness, and privacy of consumer information contained in the files of consumer reporting agencies, basically to protect our information that these big companies have. Now, there are 3 credit bureaus that have information on everyone. There's Experian, TransUnion, and Equifax. And one of them, Equifax, you probably heard, was just hacked this year. That's great, right? But these guys, they're like Mr. Burns, okay? They are like the man. They have power and information on everybody. But this law gives you, as a consumer, the right to dispute anything on your credit report with the bureaus. And the bureaus have 30 days to verify that information. And if they do not do that, if they fail to do so, it has to be deleted by law. That is the process of credit repair. It is the legal process of drafting dispute letters and submitting them to the credit bureau. So it's not like really sexy. It's not like someone comes in like an action hero. It's really this letter writing process. So this law firm said they would represent me and draft the letters for me, and I would retain them for a monthly fee. And I would give them access to my credit reports and my personal information. So that was really the scariest part, because I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna give these guys my social security number. I'm gonna give them all my credit reports. That's really personal. I have no idea if this is actually gonna work, or is this like some elaborate scam? I didn't know, but I figured what the hell, because I was like, okay, if they're gonna steal my identity, they're just gonna get denied for credit cards like I have. Like, they just stole a guy's identity who has terrible credit. That's not gonna help them. So I took a leap of faith, and I paid them, and I sent them my credit reports, and I told them which items I wanted to dispute and get deleted. And that was in about April of 2006. So I scanned in my actual credit report. This is the document from that time, 11 years ago. And you can see I've blurred out all the personal information, but you can see $35,000 in installment debt, closed accounts. It was just a real mess. Citibank, HSBC, Bank of America, Bank of Hawaii, Chase, MBNA is in there somewhere, Wachovia. So I sent this off to them. I waited, and since it was 2006, I poked some of my friends on Facebook, and I watched Casino Royale, which great movie, but I always thought that Daniel Craig's James Bond looked a little bit like Zoolander, especially the blue steel look. The way he does. Look at how he purses his lips up like that. That's what was going through my mind, while I was also anxiously waiting to see what would happen. Then 2 months later, I got this from Equifax. This was a letter that basically said these 5 items have been deleted from your credit profile. And I thought, what the actual fuck? 6 items were deleted from my Equifax report, including the $20,000 MBNA credit card debt. I'm just going to double check that. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 deletions. Yes, not 5. Absolutely stunning to me. They sent me a new copy of the credit report. And this is my actual credit report from 2006. You got Bank of America is still on there, Bank of Hawaii, Chase, and like Citibank. But you'll see MBNA is not on there, and the other items that were deleted were completely off the credit report, like they never existed, like they vanished, like Kaiser Soze. It was awesome. And then I got this one from TransUnion. MBNA America was deleted from TransUnion, and I was like, holy cow, this is actually working. So this continued. We kept disputing and getting responses. And, sometimes the items got deleted and sometimes they did not. So like MBNA America was deleted from that one. Then I got this one from Equifax a few months later, and they said this Bank of Hawaii one has been deleted. And this one from Bank of America, though, it's not deleted. And then we also got notices like this during the process. By the way, this is very important. I'm going to talk about this later. They said, we consider this dispute frivolous. And basically they're like, we're not going to reinvestigate. And I was like, oh no. I sent it to my lawyer, and they said the bureaus like to say any dispute is frivolous because, they obviously don't want to deal with it, but it usually stops people from disputing. And the lawyer said, don't stop. Keep disputing. It's your right. Keep doing it. And I was like, yeah, we're not going to stop until we delete all the stuff I want deleted. So then November, we got Chase was deleted, and then another Chase item was deleted. And that's from Equifax. And then in November, from TransUnion, there were no deletions. They verified the information successfully. So that's how it goes. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. You keep playing, you keep going. Then I got this one on TransUnion. Chase was deleted. But basically, in less than a year, 11 items have been deleted from my credit report, and my score went up into the 700s, like a normal, good credit score, which was unbelievable because I had been told you have to wait 10 years, and I was going to have like 500, whatever, like terrible credit for 10 years, even though I was trying to get my life together. So this completely changed my life financially. I was actually more conservative and smart with my credit this time. I kept driving my mom's old Honda until 2014 when I could actually afford a Lexus, and I was a lot smarter about things. So that's my story. Credit repair is a real thing. And the company I used is called Lexington Law, and I endorse them highly. I trust them. I recommend them. So I suggest if you have a credit issue like I did, call Lexington Law at 833-255-4422, whether you have a lot of negative items or even just 1 or 2. Because you're going to get someone when you call them who is going to actually listen to you and understand your situation and give you information and insight. They're not going to hard sell you. As a law firm, they're actually regulated. They're not allowed to do that. they don't want to just bring you on board just because you called them, like a lot of salesmen. They won't bullshit you. And I know this because of my own personal experience. I'm an affiliate of Lexington Law. That means that if you sign up through my link or that phone number, I get a commission because I'm promoting them. But I only promote products and services that I believe in and that I know will help people. So I'm absolutely selling this. I'm not going to pretend I'm not. I absolutely am, because I know what a difference it made for me, and I want that for people who are also having credit issues. But if you don't want to give me a commission, if you don't want me to get paid, just skip the link, skip the phone number, go right to lexingtonlaw.com. I would rather you just contact these guys, whether I get a commission or not, because that's not the issue. It's like, this is an education and empowerment, consumer, citizen, helping people, positive issue. That was a terribly grammatically poor sentence, but I want people to have the kind of empowerment that I had when I learned that I could actually do this, and it works. Here's a few other disclaimers for total transparency, and because it's a legal process. So since this is a legal process, it takes time. That means that anyone promising fast overnight credit repair, they're full of shit, okay, and run away. And you can even report them to the FTC, because this is a legal process. It takes time. It's all legit. It's all above board. But if someone says, "Yeah, give me $2,500, I can get those items off your report," that is shady shit. I do not support that, and that is not what Lexington Law does. Also, there are no guarantees, because lawyers legally, they can't guarantee a result, no matter how good they are. Even, I said this is kind of a terrible example with OJ there, but like, even if you have, the best lawyer on the planet, he can't guarantee what is going to happen with a legal process, whether it's a jury trial, a judge issuing a judgment, or the judgments that are the process that's going to happen with the dispute letters. Every case is different, and there's no guarantees. But these guys have an amazing track record. They have 11.6 removals on average within the first 4 months, and this is all from statistics that have been compiled and verified by third-party sources. They have here on the right, this is an index of the average change in credit score before and after. And you can see there's a little bit of a difference, because it's kind of like, the lower your score, like in my case, my score was so low, I had more, there were more points for me to get back, essentially. But again, this is a company that has a really good track record. In 2016, they deleted 9 million negative items from clients' credit reports. So if I were you, I'd be asking, why should I pay for a law firm to write dispute letters? Can't I just do this myself? And the answer is, you absolutely can do this yourself. Yes, but I don't personally recommend that. See, I build my own websites. I pump my own gas. I learned how to build my own business. I brush my own teeth. I do a lot of things on my own. I like the ability to do that in certain areas of my life. However, for tax matters, I don't do it myself. I hire an accountant to assist me. For legal matters, I don't do it myself. I hire an attorney, or I consult with an attorney. So credit repair is a legal matter. And this is why people hire lawyers. They know the law, they have the experience, and big firms have clout. And my opinion is the credit bureaus are huge with massive resources, and I believe that they will fuck with ordinary folks who do it themselves. And I'll show you what I mean in a second. Because any large corporation with a lot of money is going to leverage the legal system to their own advantage. There's some very well-written, well-researched, well-reviewed books on credit repair out there. I'm not knocking the books or what the guys are saying. I know they want to help people, but there is a big pitfall in doing this yourself. This one claims to guide you through the dispute process. But if you look at the table of contents, right on chapter 3 is all about when the credit bureaus won't fix my credit report. And that's the whole point of hiring an attorney, because they're going to fuck with you. It says right there, consult an attorney. Steps to take if the dispute has been deemed frivolous. So remember what I showed you before with that picture of that letter they sent me. This is the frivolous dispute. Big problem with what I was saying is the bureaus, they're gonna fuck with you. They don't want to play ball. They want to mess with you. So when you already have a legal advocate who has the experience and the manpower to deal with what they've called a frivolous dispute, it makes it very easy for you. But if you've already started the dispute process on yourself. Now it's like, oh wait, it didn't work. Now I have to consult an attorney. Then you have to loop in, some attorney and pay for his time and a consultation. I have no idea how much it costs to have an individual consultation with a private practice attorney versus the Lexington Law. The reason I use them is you keep them on retainer for about $100 a month, and that's your lawyer. You have a lawyer for $100 a month, which, as you know, is incredibly cheap. So for me, I think in this process, this is not the place to be trying to save your pennies. There's other things you can do yourself. Like I always tell people, build your own WordPress website. You don't have to pay $3,000 to a web developer. But when you're doing a legal dispute against a huge multinational corporation like Equifax, get a lawyer. It's not that much. It's my opinion. So I know that when I was dealing with this issue, I felt about this small. I didn't know what the fuck to do. I didn't know who I could trust. And Lexington Law not only helped me raise my score and fix my credit report, but their support and education gave me power and confidence to the point where I would get so, like, if I heard someone else, like a friend or family member talking about problems with credit, I couldn't hold myself back. I was like, dude, you're not at the mercy of these freaking credit bureaus. You're not at the mercy of the collection agencies either. It's just numbers on a piece of paper. It's abstract. You shouldn't be letting it affect your life to the point where you feel depressed and guilty or any of the things that come with having credit card debt. Everybody struggled with this at some point, and you have the power to change and fix your credit report. And here's how you do it. And so I got, pretty evangelical about it. And that's why I'm doing this video. So call Lexington Law at 833-255-4422. Even if you don't hire them, even if you don't use my affiliate link, again, you can Google them if you want to. A 30-minute call will be valuable to you with the information you get. It will make a difference because they don't teach this in school. And you know how I feel about school and education. All the practical things in life that we actually need to be powerful, productive citizens and individuals are not taught in school. We learn a bunch of crap. And then when real life hits us with things like a bad credit score, you have no idea what to do or how to be educated about it. So you can tap into Lexington Law, whether you call them or check out their website and learn about your rights as a consumer and the credit bureaus and how all that stuff works. Because if you were like me, I had no clue. I thought they were going to put me in jail. I'm an educated guy, dude. I had a bachelor's degree from New York University. I'm not some fool on the street, but when it came to money, I was an idiot. I thought because I had all this credit card debt, I was going to go to jail. I was terrified. And then, I called these guys and I was like, oh my God, it's numbers on a piece of paper. I don't want it affecting your life negatively. I want you to be able to take care of it. And if you're patient and you're persistent and you educate yourself, you absolutely can. You can repair your credit. You can take control of your finances in that way. So I hope you found this helpful. It's my pleasure to share this information with you. If you have comments or questions, feel free to leave them below the video, and have a great rest of your day, weekend, month, and year. I will see you soon.